Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Factutainment. And Jurassic World Evolution 3 was announced a little bit ago, but it takes some time to coordinate things and everyone's schedules sync up. I'm Zero Yeti. I'm joined by my co-host Aura, who
Hello,
owns the
hi,
channel.
I'm here.
Uh, Avery, who's into dinosaurs,
Hello, indeed I am.
and Beth, who wanted to join us.
My favorite dinosaur is very sore ass. Happy Pride.
Yes,
Happy
happy
Pride
Pride.
Month. Happy Jurassic June. Those two are not mutually exclusive things. They can both coexist and work together to double their power, unlike all of the people in the fucking comments. Uh, well, that's not true. Some people in the comments have been genuinely nice, and other people are just assholes.
Before we fully jump into this, can we just talk about how insane okay, so obviously Chris has been doing Pride slash Jurassic June for all of June. I don't know where he's going to be uploading this video, but just me and him had a conversation before he started doing it where he's like, I'm going to do this for June, and I'm like, that sounds like a great idea, I support you. And then he messages me several hours later like, I'm having second thoughts about this, and he then shares me a page where people use dinosaur month as a weird homophobic dog whistle to discredit pride. It was weird. This was a weird rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah. It was very, very
Anyway.
sad. I'm just going to go ahead and do these. But anyway, Jurassic World Evolution 3 was announced, and the trailer's dropped, and it's got some cool features. Mainly, there's fully modular building, there's actually deep water and good terrain editing tools, so now you can have dinosaurs swim as opposed to just being, here's the designated Avery species, here's the designated land species, here's designated lagoon species. None of these can interact with each other, with the exception of some pterosaurs can interact with some dinosaurs. They're doing the full zoo. They're doing the full Planet Zoo treatment with it. Go ahead.
It's like how in Godzilla movies, when they show Godzilla swimming, he's just sort of in waist deep water, and it's presumed that he's kicking really hard.
Yeah.
Avery, I was gonna make a joke about Chris saying Avery species, and I know he was talking about birds and stuff, but I don't know how to finish the thought.
So let me know when you
That's
do.
our resident bird.
Yeah, as our resident person named Avery. How do you
Resident
feel
bird.
about Avery?
Fine.
Okay, so I'm just casually. So they also are introducing baby dinosaurs, which is brand new for this franchise. Well, the video game franchise, not the franchise proper, because baby dinosaurs have been around since the first movie.
Baby dinosaurs have been around since dinosaurs.
Since the dinosaur. But so they announced that the roster is going to have is going to start with a starting roster of 82 species, not including the DLC, which is going to be like the expanded edition. You can pre-order it and get 4 bonus dinosaurs, which I should probably add a tier for that because they're going to be DLC. So how do I add a row of those ones? But they said they're going to be launching with 82 species. There's going to be, I think it was 75 are going to have full breeding mechanics, and then 7 are going to just be in the game. They're not going to have breeding mechanics. This is an issue because Jurassic World Evolution 2 has 222 species. No, it's not. It's 122 species. So they're going to be cutting at least 40 species. They also said there's going to be new dinosaurs they're bringing in at launch. So I'm going to say let's be generous and say that they're going to add 10 new species at launch. So we get to determine who we think is getting cut and who's going to make it. So I do have a list of confirmed species already from the trailers, and I do have a list of what's going to be DLC, and then a list of what dinosaurs appear in the movies, because I think those are likely.
Yeah.
Expand dong.
We totally didn't just jump forward in time after I've already put everywhere where they need to go.
Who are you?
You all blinked and missed it. It's your fault, audience.
Alright, so of the 82 slots, the confirmed species so far are Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Baryonyx, Brachiosaurus, Carnotaurus, Dilophosaurus, Dunkleosteus, Gallimimus, Geosternbergia, Megalodon, Mosasaurus, Parasaurolophus, Pteranodon, Spinosaurus, Stegosaurus, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Velociraptor, the Indominus Rex, and Quetzalcoatlus. I do think that there's going to be an additional... I do think the movie dinosaurs have a really good chance of making a comeback. So the movie dinosaurs...
I kind of feel weird if they didn't.
The movie dinosaurs that have not been confirmed for the game, but probably are going to make it. Apatosaurus, Atrociraptor, Ceratosaurus, Compsognathus, Corythosaurus, Dimetrodon, Dimorphodon, Gigantosaurus, Iguanodon, Indominus Rex, Lystrosaurus, Dreadnoughtus, Morus Intrepidus, Oviraptor, Pachycephalosaurus, Sinoceratops, Pyroraptor, Stygimoloch, even though these two may be the same dinosaur, Therizinosaurus, Pseudoceratops, Mamenchisaurus, and Microceratus. And then the deluxe...
The Gigantosaurus and Magic together, and I'm also pretty sure it kind of looks like that.
The deluxe edition dinosaurs are going to be Concavinator and Thanasodracon. And then there is the Camp Cretaceous dinosaurs. I don't put these in the same category as the movie dinosaurs, because Camp Cretaceous is an animated TV show. So is Chaos Theory. They're like sequels to each other. They're like their own series that are loosely canon, but not really. But maybe. Anyway, the previous games have done Chaos Theory DLC packs, which is where I think these would go. And those are Kentrosaurus, Nothosaurus, Aranosaurus, Suchomimus, Majungasaurus, Tarbosaurus, Spinoceratops, Scorpius Rex, and Monolophosaurus. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen stuff about like Camp Cretaceous. I don't remember Chaos Theory though.
Chaos Theory is the most recent one. It's like a direct sequel to Camp Cretaceous.
Seeing all of these models, would it be a fair assumption to say that the easier it would be to retool one dinosaur model into another dinosaur model, the more likely it would be to be included?
Possibly. Although it should be said that like all of these already have models ready to go, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so of the 82 slots, that's 44. Well, that's 42 removed. Right here.
Okay, so that's 4.
Let's be generous and say, so the new okay, so Jurassic World Evolution 2 launched with 15, I think, new species. Most of that was because they had to have add aviaries and add lagoons. So I think, let's say, what do you think? Like 5, 6 new species? Do you want to do like 10 new species? Reserve slots for that.
I think 10 sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that means we have 30 dinosaurs of this roster to add to the game.
Jesus Christ.
One of which is poorly cropped.
Yeah.
Is that? I think one of those dinosaurs is the country of India. Actually,
I am going
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind.
What do you mean by that?
the poorly cropped one, doesn't that kind of look like India?
A little bit.
I guess.
All right. So
It's certainly triangular.
I think the first candidates to what might make it is they did say that there are 7 slots of dinosaurs that can't breed.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are going to be the hybrid dinosaurs.
Most likely.
So that's the Indominus Rex, the Indoraptor. You could include Scorpius and Spinoceratops. So that's 4. Then there's 3 other hybrids down here, such as the Ankylodocus, which is Ankylosaurus diplodocus hybrid. There is the Spinoraptor, which is this guy.
Okay.
They're going to be tiny. And then there is the Stegoceratops, which is Stegosaurus triceratops. I think
Great.
these are likely, so I'm going to throw these in the might make it.
All right.
I say this.
I'm unhappy about it, but I don't disagree.
I say this because these guys, like Spinoraptor and Calodochus and Stegoceratops, have been DLCs twice now. And the first time they weren't that popular. The second time, people were extremely mad about it. I don't think Frontier is going to be able to pull off it doing it a third time. So I think they're just going to be base game.
You say that, but sometimes people can get away with a lot of bullshit DLCs, like Pokemon with I don't know. Fill in your blank about not liking the Isle of Armor or Tundra Crown DLC slash
Blame Vader.
All right. So just kind of going down the list. First up, we have Acrocanthosaurus.
I'd be surprised if this didn't make it. It's been in previous games, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's also got the legacy of being in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Yes, I feel weird if they didn't include it.
So what do you guys think? Might make it?
Yeah, I think might make it.
Okay. Next up, we have Alamosaurus. Named because
I forgot him.
the type specimen was found at the Alamo. It's a big.
Sorry, what's that again?
Alamosaurus. It's notable for being one of the few late Cretaceous sauropods in North America.
I'm very familiar with the dinosaur, but I'm not familiar with this Alamo place.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a steakhouse named after it.
Where do we think it might shake out?
Oh, has it been in the last 2 games, or?
It was in the last game. It wasn't in the first one. It does have a dubious thing of, in the original Jurassic Park, there's a T-Rex and a sauropod skeleton. They're kind of fighting. That's an Alamosaurus skeleton.
I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest. If they include it, I wouldn't be surprised. But if they didn't, I also wouldn't be that surprised.
Fair enough.
You also need a
In fact,
tall
I'm just not going to
dinosaur.
be surprised.
Yeah.
To that, they do have tall sauropods.
They do. The 3 sauropods they do have are all tall. Well, the 4
Yeah.
sauropods. I'll just throw it and might make it. Albertosaurus.
Again,
My sauropod belong.
a legacy dinosaur back from Operation Genesis.
I'm trying so hard to not say dinosaur inclusion. What the fuck does that stupid acronym mean?
Amargasaurus. I think Amargasaurus is a neat chance because it's a neat sauropod in the sense that it's got like the neck spines and it's a small sauropod, which we don't have. Which they already have the rigging for a small sauropod. I think they'd include 1, and of the 2 on the list, I think they're more likely to include it than Nigersaurus.
Dinosaur equity and inclusion.
Anarchaeonorthomimus. I think they're cutting this guy.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've already got Gallimimus, it kind of feels like you don't really need it to be.
this is the Echo Fighter of Gallimimus.
Yeah, this is one where it was a DLC in the first game. It was included in the second game. Almost nobody uses it because there's 2 other ornithomimids that people just use, which are Gallimimus and Struthiomimus. Gallimimus was in the movies, and Struthiomimus because it's the cheapest dinosaur in the game.
Truthies, love them. Love those little guys.
Archelon. This is the giant sea turtle. It's unique in it has a completely unique rig.
Yes,
it's also wildly popular amongst the fans.
I mean, you mentioned that they're going to include Deepwater now in
the fans.
Yeah, so it feels like if they're going to the lengths to include like additional mechanics when it comes to like to terrain, it would feel like a waste if they didn't include.
And it should be said that Archelon and Nothosaurus were the only 2 creatures in Jurassic World Evolution 2 which were amphibious. They could go on land or in water. So I think that gives them a strong case.
Yeah.
Attenborosaurus. So this is although it looks a lot like a plesiosaur, it's actually a long neck pliosaur. It's named after David Attenborough. It is I think of the plesiosaurs, this is probably one of the more likely to be cut. But it's also the most scientifically accurate plesiosaur that Frontier has ever made. And it's almost spot on and how it probably would have looked like in real life. And because of that, I think they may keep it around.
Okay,
What's wrong with all the other ones?
So the other ones are they made Styxosaurus glow in the dark. They made Elasmosaurus look like a dragon, and then Plesiosaurus is just kind of all right. Leopleurodon is ugly as sin, and Chronosaurus is actually pretty good.
So, question about this guy: is this another dinosaur that swims around?
Yes.
They're not dinosaurs, but yeah, they're marine reptiles.
Hey, sorry, I mean the Attenborosaurus.
That's neat. I googled Attenborosaurus, and one of the first things that pops up is my own video.
Is the Jurassic World wiki?
Well, no, when I was on the Google homepage, one of the first things that popped up was my own video on it.
That is quite
So I'm gonna say once again, it's a case of the new
I think a lot of the aquatics do have a strong chance just because of the new water mechanics.
I also would say...
You say that word again?
Go ahead.
What word? You say that word again, Avery?
which word. There are many words in that sentence.
Aquatics.
Yeah, aquatics.
I think I'm also going to make my case. So the land dinosaurs outnumber the flying pterosaurs and the aquatic reptiles by a substantial margin. I think they should include they should probably include all of the aquatics and flyings.
I feel like we're being very biased.
Well, I mean, our biases kind of make sense in the fact that, like, if you're going in your game, if you're going out of your way to be like, oh, hey, here's this big new feature about the game, it would make sense to include things from past games that would benefit greatly from this new feature. So, you know, a lot of aquatic and avian dinosaurs.
So next up is Australovenator. It's one of only 3 dinosaurs from Australia in the game. Other than that, it's kind of just like, it's also the only Megaraptoran. Other than that, it's kind of like, it's a cool looking theropod, but it's just kind of like a mid-sized theropod.
Yeah, I think this is
They
a
should include it
coin,
'cause it has a funny name.
a coin flip, to be honest with you. At least I think so.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think, Aura?
Yeah, I'm just going off the fact that we have not had a lot of re-extinct, so I think it going into re-extinct makes sense. Kill.
Next up is Barbaridactylus. It's the only nyctosaur in the game. You couldn't tell it was a nyctosaur because they didn't give it the distinguishing feature that nyctosaurs have.
I think I killed this thing in Monster Hunter once to make a giant boomerang. Barbara Walters.
So yeah, this is Barbaridactylus. So nyctosaurs are notable for having these forked crests, and
For some reason.
the Jurassic World Evolution one, if they did give it a fork, it's not visible because they gave it a fin.
I think I used one of these to hold up my shelves.
So we're thinking Barbaridactylus.
Yeah, sure.
I think Barbaridactylus will make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Next up is Camarasaurus.
Die! I'm kidding. Go ahead and speak its piece first.
Camarasaurus was in the first game base roster. It was in the second game base roster, and it's from JPOG. It's also the least liked sauropod in the game by the fans.
Kill.
That does kind of make it feel like a toss-up.
Him scream at own foot.
If it's been in both previous games, it would feel a bit silly to remove it, but if people don't like it...
It is also arguably the best scientifically known sauropod.
Why don't people like it?
They say it's ugly.
He's my queen. But
So
I will
Ed
say
might make it.
yeah, I would
what
say
my
if
grandpa who lived in his 90s looked like.
what was I gonna say? I would say if he's like stuck around for not only the previous 2 Evolutions game, but also JPOG, I would say he would keep sticking around.
Okay, next
I
up.
find it so odd. I find it so odd that people would arbitrarily decide which one of these dinosaurs look ugly because like, so many of them look the same to me.
Next up is Carcharodontosaurus.
I hope it's in the game. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs.
So, yeah, Carcharodontosaurus, it was in the first game as a DLC, it was in JPOG, and it was in the second as a base game dinosaur. People also say it's ugly. Because for some reason Frontier gave it a bunch of spines on its back.
It looks like a child you just washed and their hair sticking up.
Yeah.
And the JPOG design was so good.
Yeah, the J-Pog design is iconic. Like, honestly, if they had removed the spikes, kept the model, even though the head's kind of wonky, and just gave it the J-Pod color scheme, I think it'd probably be one of the fan favorites.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put, and it might make it.
Yeah, good for me.
So next one is Sierradactylus.
How many more spots do we have before we have to start? Like,
Well,
you
we
said
don't have to.
30.
Well, we can start cutting them in like a little bit, but I'm kind of just going over like because we don't
It's
have
like a
the
Dark
this
Souls
is gonna
creature.
make it. We have a of this might make it. So this is
Okay, okay.
Sierradactylus. It's a pterosaur that's really only notable for being in the book, like Jurassic Park.
Huh.
Anyway, where are we thinking putting Sierradactylus?
And it's only in the book, or it's in the
It's in the second game. It's
only
in
the
the book, the original Jurassic Park novel. It shows nowhere else up in the series.
I want to say extinct.
I think if anything is cuttable, one that hasn't been in any of the media apart from the original book, which, let's be real, no one has read.
Well, I've read it, but a few people have read it, but yeah.
I think I actually read that in high school for some reason.
I read the first and
What
second
was the
one.
name? What was the name of this dinosaur again?
Sierradactylus.
Okay, so it's not what I was thinking of. I was about to say there's a Yu-Gi-Oh dinosaur that looks like this.
Next
just
up
looks like a little guy.
is Chasmosaurus.
Oh, hi, Bastiodon.
Yeah, kind of.
No, there's flatter dinosaurs than this.
So there's Chasmosaurus. It's a Chasmosaurine ceratopsid dinosaur. It was in the base roster of the first game. It was a base roster second game. It's also notable for it's a little ceratopsian. Most of the other ceratopsians are quite large, but then you have like Chasmosaurus, who's like a little guy. So they have kind of a unique rig for it. Where are we thinking of putting Chasmosaurus?
If it stuck around for the first couple of games, I would say that it would keep sticking around. So yeah,
I think so.
might make it.
It might make it.
So next up we have Chungkingosaurus.
Pardon?
Chungosaurus.
I
I'm
hope
guessing
it
it's
sticks
Chinese.
around just for the name, honestly.
It's a little stegosaur. It's a little Asian stegosaur. It was base game in Jurassic World Evolution. It was base game Jurassic World Evolution 2. It is notable for Chungkingosaurus might not actually exist as an animal. What is Chungkingosaurus might be ascribed to other Asian stegosaurs like Hyangosaurus and Gigantospinosaurus, but it's kind of cool. Where do I want to put Chungkingosaurus?
Could you say the name a third time?
Chungkingosaurus.
Do it a fourth time, but slower.
Avery, what do you think?
Damn it.
I'm putting it in might make it just because I hope it does, to be honest.
Next up, we
Because
got
funny name.
Coelophysis.
Is this the thing? Is that the thing we killed in that one D&D campaign, the prehistoric one?
No, you killed
I just remember the
Antarctica
shoulder
pelter.
spikes.
So you have Coelophysis. This is the one of only 2 Triassic dinosaurs. Well, you have
In
a
that case,
couple
then,
marine reptiles, but like true dinosaurs, only 2 Triassic dinosaurs in the game.
I'm kind of inclined to say might make it just for that fact alone.
Okay.
Little factoid.
Then you have Crichtonosaurus, which is a small ankylosaur from Asia, named after Michael Crichton, who wrote the book Jurassic Park. It was base game, first game, base game, second game. Like Chunkingosaurus, this may not exist.
When has that stopped Jurassic
What are you
Park?
talking about? What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
So where do we want to put Chunkingosaur?
I mean,
Not
if it's been in
Chunkingosaurus,
like,
Cryosaurus.
it's probably gonna be there because like you said, it's named after this person who made this. What's this book called again? I'm not familiar with it.
I like this
Jurassic
bit we
Park.
keep doing.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I'm kidding. I know what Jurassic Park is.
Next up, we have Cryolophosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
So this is notable for being the only Antarctic dinosaur in the game.
There's a shoehorn on its head.
Yeah, it's also called Elvisaurus because of the pompadour-like crest.
Hey.
It was in base game Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's notable for being one of the only Antarctic dinosaurs. It's also one of the only early Jurassic dinosaurs. Where do we want to put it?
Yeah. Let's hit it. Let's make it. They're gonna make it. I believe in you.
Next up is Dinochirus.
I don't believe any of these things existed.
So this is notable
Earth
for
is only
being
like 50 years
a big fan. Shut up, Beth. I got enough of that from my own family members. So this is Dinochirus, also known as the Big Duck. It was a DLC in Jurassic World Evolution 2. It is one of the fan favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are quite large. They're larger than a T-Rex. And they're notable for being able to beat the shit out of predators in the game.
For that reason, I think they're gonna put it back just because the fans like it.
What was the one dinosaur that slapped the shit out of something in the movie we watched?
Nothronicus. Fun fact, Dinochirus is like a giant, weirdly proportioned relative of Gallimimus.
Oh.
If you ever wonder, like, what happens when ornithomimosaurs stop trying to run and start trying to square up? They become duck things that are bigger than T-Rex.
They go honk.
Next up is, these guys were base game the first two games. They're also hated by fans. For obvious reasons when I pull them up. Deinonychus.
Looks like a nutsack.
I don't know what I'm fucking looking at, honestly.
Where are these crescent fins coming from?
Yep.
Where are they getting these from?
How is it standing?
So I think the only reason they added the crest and the tail fin to it was to differentiate it from the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, because the Jurassic Park Velociraptor is based off of Deinonychus.
It feels. I don't think that thing should exist. I think that's a creature God forgot to love.
So re-extinct.
Yeah.
It's affectionately
As opposed to
referred
all
to
these creatures that still exist.
It's affectionately referred to as the tadpole dinosaur by the fans.
Yeah, no, it's too bottom heavy.
I think that's the first time you've ever said that in your life.
Okay, Beth. Okay.
Next up, we got Diplodocus, or as the Brits say, Diplodocus for some reason.
You ever say Diplodocus right now?
Diplodocus.
That's wrong.
But yeah, they were included a base game in the first game and second game because
And
they're
they
one of the
are,
most famous sauropods on Earth.
Yeah, they're like iconic in their own right. Yeah.
So might make it.
I think I might make it.
Yeah,
so.
might make it.
All right. Next up is Draco Rex.
Isn't this that one that might also not exist?
Yeah, Draco Rex and Stygimoloch might be Pachycephalosaurus, or Draco Rex might be just Stygimoloch and they're their own one, or Draco Rex might be juvenile Pachycephalosaurus and Stygimoloch's its own one. These were included. They're one of the 4 Pachycephalosaurs in the game. Unfortunately, they're named after Hogwarts.
They are?
Yeah, because their full name is Draco Rex Hogwartsii. Thankfully, they were named before JK became a TERF. It's still very unfortunate.
These goddamn nerds.
They're notable for being, like, I think that's the second smallest Pachycephalosaur. They were base game, first game, and second game. Unlike Stygimoloch and Pachycephalosaurus, they don't show up in the movies. Where do we want to put it?
I think this one could
in the
probably
trash.
go if it being a species at all is dubious.
Then we
A
have
lot of these.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, a lot of these dinosaur creatures that Chris has been talking about feel dubious at best a lot of the time. But I get what you mean.
we got Little Dryosaurus.
Like saying doobie. Washersaurus.
These guys were in JPOG. They were base game. They were a DLC in this first evolution, base game, second evolution. They kind of fulfill a unique role, and they're like the only Jurassic small herbivore in the game. And outside of a couple of the small Pachycephalosaurs and the ornithomimids, they're like the only small herbivore.
I bet Jurassic. No, that was bad.
Where do
I'm
we want
sorry.
to put them? Might make it.
I think they would make it. They're funky little guys.
Next up is Sungaripterus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Avery, give us a fun fact about these dinosaurs.
Yeah, they crucified this thing.
Right? I don't fucking know.
So these guys are an early Cretaceous
Scientists you
Asian
are.
pterosaur. They have a very unique shaped skull. We think they ate a lot of shellfish. I think they're going to be confirmed for Evolution 3 because there's an evil faction who uses the skull as their logo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What is the plot of Jurassic World Evolution 3?
It hasn't been announced yet.
But there's an evil faction?
There's an evil faction.
Yeah, there's evil dinosaurs, Laura.
There's an evil
You
faction
should know this.
in Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well, but it's like a different one.
Oh, okay, I see.
And in
Did you
Jurassic
not
World
see
Evolution
these
1,
things?
any one of your factions can turn evil on you if you don't
Oh,
give enough resources to them or enough for their quests.
I
Do you
guess
not see these extinct murder machines and not think they're predisposed to evil?
Well, I haven't seen them drawn with a gun yet. It's the gun violence. that
Oh,
makes
so
it-
you didn't watch Fallen Kingdom?
What the?
Eric, put up the picture of the dinosaur with a gun.
Fallen Kingdom.
I don't think I want to see this. I don't think I want to see this actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
So there is a whole ass
is it?
plot point in Fallen Kingdom where they train this guy, the Indoraptor, to respond to a laser on a gun. And basically, you point
Yeah.
the gun at something, and then the Indoraptor will attack whatever you're pointing the gun at. You know what else would do that? A bullet that you fired
cat.
from the gun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think there's a.
why have the gun at that point?
It's so fucking
I think
The laser
I,
pointer.
I think there's a misunderstanding. I thought when you brought this up, I thought you meant the Indoraptor wielded a gun.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't just made mounts for these dinosaurs yet that put guns on them, like those dumb fucking dog robots everybody keeps fawning over.
Oh Jesus Christ! Not those.
Well, by
things.
everyone, you mean the police. Next up is Edmontosaurus. So this was base roster JPOG and like all evolution games. It's one of the first dinosaurs that you make in both of the Jurassic World games, and it's a very iconic hadrosaur.
Yeah, I think might make it. It's fun.
Hell yeah!
Next up is Elasmosaurus.
Nobody likes that one.
Damn.
Nightmare penis.
What?
I mean, look, it's got the droop and everything.
Damn.
White.
Just like all my first dates.
So this was base game in the second evolution game. People don't like it. It's the
Why?
largest
It
looks like a
plesiosaur.
dragon.
Yeah, because it's got all these like spikes and everything that the real animal doesn't have.
Do people? I mean, to bounce off of what Beth said, do people not like this dinosaur because it looks like a big floppy wiener?
I don't know. Apparently, there's an appreciation post. Where do I want to put Elasmosaurus?
Well, it's a swimmy dinosaur, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think might make it just for that.
Yeah, the big floppy penis dinosaur is gonna make it because they added deep water mechanics.
And cock and ball torture.
I mean that's the deluxe DLC edition that you won't get till later.
Here's
No, that's a Love Lab
Euoplocephalus.
mod.
The DLC, the dick loadable content.
It's actually one of the Ankylosaurs we know a lot about because it has some really good skeletons. It was a DLC in the first evolution. It was base game the second. It was in the Jurassic Park novel. Where do I want to put Euoplocephalus?
I mean, probably bring back my girls. It's coming back. Oh my fellas. My favorite video of that meme is the fucking loot bugs from Lethal Company, where like this guy walks in on them and they like start walking by with the song going on in the background, and then at some point they carry a dead corpse of like past, and that's about when the video ends.
Okay, next up we have
The cunty rapper.
we have Gigantoraptor. So this is a giant oviraptor that's about the size of T-Rex.
Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I said that kind of flippantly, like I wasn't paying attention. It's the size of a T-Rex?
Yep.
What the fuck?
And these are based off of real remains that have been found. Yeah, here's that's a I don't think it's T-Rex, I think it's Tyrannus or Albertosaurus.
It's B-Rex.
Maybe? And this is Gigantoraptor.
B-Rex? This episode of this fucking show is brought to you by the fact that my beard's itchy as hell.
Why don't you shave?
I did shave, and that's the problem.
Anyway, we're going to put the giant killer Overraptor.
I want to put him.
Good.
Yeah, I think he would make it because he's very cunty. He looks very cunty. Did you see his eyeshadow?
Okay, next up we
Speaking
have
of cutting,
Gigant Spinosaurus. It's so named because of its massive shoulder spikes.
Really, I thought it was named because of its. I don't know.
massive
Like-
dino cock.
It was
Yeah,
base game, the first two evolution games. It's a small stegosaur, and it's notable for having fuck off massive shoulder spikes. It was originally proposed that when they found the skeleton, that the spikes may have been like curved down and back, but then they realized it would cut itself walking if it did that. So that now they're proposed to be like go up and back.
like shoulder pads.
Yeah. So where do I put Gigant?
One wearing hockey
I
Giant
think it
Spinosaurus.
might. I think it might make it if it was in the previous two games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up is Herrerasaurus. It's the other Jurassic dinosaur, not Triassic dinosaur. It was DLC first game, base game, second game. It's also in the Telltale game that's based on Jurassic Park.
Oh, I didn't know Jurassic Park had a
And-
Telltale game.
It is mentioned in the first movie as like one of the planned species, but they didn't have enough DNA for it.
Yeah. Like Dino DNA, I guess.
Where do I want to put
Dino DNA.
Herrerasaurus?
I kind of want to cut it.
I think is one of the only
I mean, I
Triassic dinosaurs that should make it.
Yeah, same.
I think-
to be honest.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna have that, we should cut the other one with the shoulder spikes that might not exist. Or wait, what were we talking about? Shit.
Chungus.
No, we
Sorry,
cannot.
I spaced out.
We cannot cut Chunking Saurus because of his name. Avery, say its name.
Chunking Saurus.
Okay, cool. Say it
Next
slower.
up is Homalocephaly.
Oh.
I wouldn't care if it was not in the game.
So Homalocephaly was in
like a Star Trek character.
It was in JPOG. It was DLC first game, base game second game. It's the smallest Pachycephalosaur in the game,
Mhm.
and it is the only Asian Pachycephalosaur in the game. And up until they added Compsognathus, it was the smallest dinosaur in the game. I think it's going to make it, and specifically, I think it's going to make it because as the smallest dinosaur in the game, it has so many unique animations where it's killed by other things,
God,
and I don't think Frontier's going to waste those animations.
You know, that's fair.
Is there a special animation of it getting run over by a fucking Jeep?
Yes.
No!
Yes, there is. There's several It's one of the only dinosaurs that pterosaurs can pick up and then throw,
Jesus Christ.
along with like
for no
compies.
reason.
I was just trying to make a joke.
Like the Indominus Rex, I believe, like kills it and then just carries it around in its hand as like a snack for later.
Yeah.
And it's like you feel so bad for it, but it's hilarious. Next up is Hyangosaurus. So this is the most primitive stegosaur in the game, because Hoyangosaurus, as far as stegosaurs go, there's actually two major families. There is the stegosaurids, which are Stegosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Waharasaurus, Miragaia, and then you have Hoyangosaurus, like Hoyangosauridae, which is its own group. And they're notable because they don't have beaks. They also
Why
had,
do so many of these
they also
have shoulder spikes, except for
Stegosaurus itself.
Stegosaurus?
I don't know.
You should go ask God.
So this has the dubious honor of it was base game, first game, a DLC, the second game.
You like saying the word dubious.
So what do you guys think?
We've got one too many of those already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it could be
Alright.
put in re-extinct.
Kill it.
Take it out back and shoot it.
Take it out back and kiss it. What?
Next up, we got Ichthyosaur. You didn't. You did.
No, I
you
didn't.
Knuckles the Hedgehog, motherfucker. No, like
This-
Knuckles the kid.
Knuckles the Hedgehog. What?
This goes in, might make it just because of the previous discussion of the aquatics.
He looks so full of rage.
Ichthyosaurus.
What? It looks happy.
Do you not see the little eyebrow? Do you not see the little eyebrow arch down over its eye?
I mean, of the two Ichthyosaurs in the game, it does have the honor of it's the whole reason the clade it exists in is known as Ichthyosaurus or Ichthyosaurs.
Now, Chris, I have to be 100% honest. I thought you were about to say clit, and I don't know why.
We know why.
I don't. Please tell me. Please enlighten me why I would say that.
Also, tell me where it is.
I'm a visual learner, BTW.
So this is Genhelopterus. It's the only agnuragnathed pterosaur in the game. It's the smallest pterosaur in the game. And it's one of the only creatures that can use the insect feeder, which is a feeder specifically added to the game for Genhelopterus.
And nobody else?
This just sort of looks like some of the other pictures just make it look like toothless.
Yeah.
It does. What the fuck?
And because of all of those factors, I think it's probably going to be in the game.
Oh,
Alright.
Fucking locked
that's
down.
true.
Next up is the better pliosaur.
A pliosaur? Parry the pliosaur.
Chronosaurus.
The one that can travel through time.
What?
It's named after the Greek god of time.
Oh,
Kronos.
Chrono.
Also the Greek god of eating your children.
I mean, hey, I eat children all the time.
So Chronosaurus.
Why are you always complaining about baby murder?
It's a giant.
Is it because you weren't there to eat them?
It's not the baby murder. It's that they're wasting food.
I'm just letting all our viewers know this was meant to be a blowjob joke.
So Chronosaurus, it was a DLC in the second game.
Always blowing children.
It is notable for it
don't
has
contact the
several
FBI.
unique animations. And it's overall just like a pretty cool critter. I think it might make it.
I agree.
Next up, we have the worst one. The worst of the... Well, there's
You can
Attenborough.
already tell by the sprite why people don't like it.
Yeah, there's Leopleurodon, which they turned
Why
into
was
a
I
crocodile
created?
for some reason.
Why is it just a crop of flippers?
I don't
It
know.
looks like a Leopleurodon that smoked a lot.
What was it smoking specifically, Beth? I gotta know.
Black tar heroin.
I was gonna say Beth as well.
So where do I put Leopleurodon?
I mean, it's probably going to make it on name alone,
Yeah.
even if it shouldn't.
Next up is Marodactylus.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I wasn't Jesus Christing at the Marodactylus. Somebody is going wild in a different Discord for some reason.
So this is Marodactylus. It looks a lot like, kind of like the Ornithochirus. Except for Ornithochirus isn't in this game. It was base game in the second one.
It doesn't seem like it would make it if there's already something there that already kind of resembles it.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't.
Oh.
I said it looked like an
Kill it anyway.
It looked like an Ornithochirus, but there is no Ornithochirus in the game.
Well, this one's not going to be in there either.
All right. Next up is
Kill it.
Maiasaura.
I sure wanna.
My.
So people don't like this dinosaur in the game for some reason because they say it looks really ugly.
I think it looks neat.
I think it's going to make it because it was base game in the first two games, and it's known as the good mother dinosaur, and they're adding breeding and babies to the game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make it for that one. But I
feel like
sorry to say that I think I am going to
Alright.
head off.
Alright.
It's like quarter past 2 a.m. right now. Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Next
we were
up,
in bed at like 7 a.m. last night.
but good for you. I got work in the morning. But my vote for all the aquatics is going to be.
See, you
Mike.
said it. You said it.
Shut up.
Say it again.
Good night, everyone.
1 second. Okay, next up is Megalosaurus. This was a base. No, I think it was DLC in the second game. Megalosaurus is notable for being the first dinosaur ever known.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a mid-Jurassic theropod. It's the namesake of its own family, Megalosaurids. And it doesn't really show up much in the Jurassic franchise, really. But it's
Future
really,
is now, old man.
it's really notable for being like the foundation. Iguanodon, and Hylaeosaurus are the foundation of dinosaurs, like what we know as dinosaurs. Hylaeosaurus isn't in the game. Iguanodon was in the movies, so it's already basically confirmed. I think this guy should be confirmed. Like should make it.
Yeah, no, if he's the first
Just for its,
dinosaur.
like, in his role, yeah. Next up is Metriocanthosaurus.
Say that slower.
Metriocanthosaurus.
Now say it at 1.5 speed.
Metriocanthosaurus. So Metriocanthosaurus is a Metriacanthosaurid dinosaur that's notable for being, it was base game, first game, base game, second game. It's one of the fan favorites. And it's one of the species that doesn't show up in the first Jurassic Park, but is listed as one of the species that they have the DNA for that they're about ready to clone. So, where do I want to put Metriacanthosaurus?
Anaconda goat.
I kind of want to put it in re-extinct. I don't like its vibe.
I think it has a really cool color.
Despite the fact that everybody else apparently likes its vibe.
I mean, it has the cool
Oh, that's
tiger.
right.
It has the cool tiger striping.
I guess maybe I'm just a hater.
The people complaining about certain dinosaur designs over one another feels like people trying too hard to have strong opinions about things.
Next up,
No, I mean, like,
Oh, this is
I don't know what
the mascot dinosaur, or the kid show.
Minmi.
This is Minmai. It's another Australian dinosaur. It's a small ankylosaur, or maybe a nodosaur. I don't quite remember. It's like pretty small for an ankylosaurid. And it showed up as a DLC in the second one, and people really like it because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's a little guy. I like him.
So I might make
It
it.
also means he could show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
might
his
make it.
actual name.
Minmai, yeah. Mini, yeah, Mi, yeah. It's one of the shortest
He might
names of
also.
any dinosaurs, along with like Rugops and Ceaps.
He might show up in Bluey, maybe.
Maybe.
Might show up your house tonight at 3 a.m. and beat the shit out of you.
Beth, what the fuck?
Metaburosaurus. This is the other Australian dinosaur. It was base game in the first two games. It's notable for having kind of a neat animation rigging, and is a fan favorite due to its variety of colors that can come in. Where do you want to put Metaburosaurus?
I mean, yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, put it in because, give it some fun gene splicing skins that you can change.
Next
Oh,
up,
hi! Ooh, ooh.
Thank you. Can't call people that anymore.
next up is Nigersaurus. Whatever jokes you come up with, I've heard 1,000 times. Because I too was a dinosaur fan and also a teenager.
Sorry, no,
I was never that.
It is
Just
a
as soon as
small
you-
sauropod dinosaur known from the country of Niger, which is why it has the name Nigersaurus.
I understand that. I understand that. It's just you started typing those words. It's like, whoa!
It showed up in the first game. It was base game as a DLC. It showed up in the second game. It was a base game. It's one of the only two small sauropods, so it shares the rigging with like a Margosaurus.
So, I honestly think it would make it. Like, sorry, I'm not very good at like articulating my thoughts and feelings about dinosaurs sometimes, but I just like how it looks.
All right.
Also, I'm just having a
I
lot of.
was hoping you.
I'm sorry, you
I
say
was
your thing.
hoping you were gonna. I was hoping you were gonna say you didn't want it, so that I could call you a racist.
Next up is Nodosaurus.
It's Beyblade.
It's a
Let it rip.
nodosaurid because the group is named after it. From the late, I think, middle Cretaceous period of North America. It was included as base game in Jurassic World Evolution 1 and in Evolution 2, but is overwhelmingly most likely only included because it's the only dinosaur known from the Frontier formation, and Frontier wanted to include a formation of their own name in the game.
Jesus Christ.
Or do I want to put
Like the internet service
Nodosaurus?
Frontier. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's going to make it in there regardless of what we want.
Next up is Oloro Titan. Yeah. So this was a DLC in the first game, base game, second game, I want to say.
Probably not.
Oh yeah, no that doesn't look good.
I mean, it's got a cool crest, but all right.
Hey, you know what else has a cool crest? Gym badges from Pokemon.
And it's
But
also
sometimes you don't-
known from like Siberia.
In Soviet Siberia.
Next up is Pachyrhinosaurus.
Oh,
So this is notable for being a ceratopsid dinosaur that instead of having a nose horn, they have this big boss on the nose, which is like this big bony boss that they would use to like butt heads, kind of like bighorn sheep. It only shows up in the second game. It is notable that it was going to appear in the movies, and then they changed at the last minute to Sinoceratops to cater towards Chinese audiences.
Hmm.
Where do we want to put Pachyrhinosaurus?
I want to say it's gonna
Probably
make it
not.
just be. Probably not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. If
You're so easy. You're so easy to change the opinion of.
I, I mean, when I think about it, like, yeah, no, if it got changed before, it would probably get changed again.
And next up is a weird one. Pentaceratops.
Is it Weirdo?
So Pentaceratops is kind of a weird. It's one of the largest ceratopsians, if not the largest ceratopsian we know of. It has really weird proportions because it has this massive skull. It also has really long legs and a short torso. It's because of this. It's kind of like comparable to like if Triceratops is an elk, this is a moose. Like in the terms of like weird proportions. Because of that, it does have a unique rig. And contrary to its name, it does not have 5 horns. It has 3. For some reason, when they said Pentaceratops, they included these, which are its cheeks.
Yeah. I do love me some cheeks.
Where do we want to put Pentaceratops?
We snubbed the last Ceratops. I say we say that this one makes it.
All right. Next up is the snake,
Pardon me?
Plesiosaurus.
Plesiosaurus! Plesiosaurus sweep!
So it's what is known as it's the creature that became the type specimen for what became known as the plesiosaurs. It was proposed for several of the movies, never included, and it was base roster.
Yeah, we lost Beth. Oh shit.
Okay, we got plesiosaurus.
Apparently, somebody spilled their beer on my entire power grid.
It could have been your brother.
Yeah, that thing just looks like a snake. What the hell?
Yeah.
And they made it very snake-like. Yeah.
And you know what snakes are?
Reptiles.
Reptiles.
No, Aura, please tell us.
And sea snakes are marine reptiles.
The joke was penis.
And then for some reason, I remember talking to, they weren't my professor, but they were like one of my, like the assistant professors, like some students were like shadow professors to like get experience for teaching.
The shadow professor.
They were like,
Student teacher.
Yeah, they were saying how like, I was talking about sea snakes and they kept trying to correct me saying like, what, eels? And I'm like, no, I'm talking about sea snakes. They're a separate thing. And they're like, you mean eels? And I'm like, no, I do not mean eels. Eels are a type of fish. Like, that depending on the type of eel, they can have like 2 jaws or whatever. I'm talking about sea snakes, a group of marine reptiles that are all snakes that live in the ocean. Anyway.
How did they respond to that?
They kept saying like, no,
I have tenure. Die.
You're talking about eels, and I'm like, no.
God, that gives That gives similar energy to the. Remember that one time? Did you run the Pokemon RPG, Chris? I forget.
Yes.
And the guy who was the Shalas, who was like, "Well, I can't swim."
Because snails can't swim. Anyway, I thought you were going to say it had similar vibes to that time where one of my professors went, and birds have beaks, which is why, and they're the only animals with beaks, which is why they're probably so successful. And then I raised my hand
Oh,
and simply said turtles. And then
Oh,
another
turtles
girl
do
raised
great.
her hand and said octopuses. And then my professor went, I retract my previous statement.
And that's when you and this girl made out sloppy style because love
that
blooms on the
doesn't sound
battlefield.
like that doesn't sound like Sting.
Damn.
Some put plesiosaurs and might make it. Next up, we got
Yeah.
Polacanthus, which you guys may recognize from Walking with Dinosaurs.
What is this walking with dinosaurs you speak of?
Can you stop doing this bit?
Okay. Wait, like for real? Do you want me to start doing?
It's annoying.
Okay, I'll stop. I guess. I'm sorry.
You're seeing the symptoms of early onset dementia, or this probably has it from drinking so much fucking salt.
Well, I oh, this is gonna get real depressing real fast. I have a chance of getting dementia from basically both sides of the family, so who knows?
To be honest,
Anyway, I
My
like this
parents
guy.
were brother and sister.
Oh Jesus!
these are Polacanthus. They're a
Lord.
small English notosaurin.
This is what your kidneys look like right now.
And they're kind of cool because they got like, instead of having multiple segmented on the back, they just have this one giant shield covering their ass.
Mm-hmm.
The diaper.
No, it's an iron butt.
Oh, this is that the thing they have in Israel to stop missile attacks.
Jesus Christ!
I thought you were gonna make the. I was making a SpongeBob reference, but okay.
Did the Crimson Chin fight the Iron Butt?
Where I want to put Polacanthus.
Hang on. He. The Crimson Chin's main villain was the Bronze Kneecap.
And the Iron Lung.
Was it the Iron Lung? Hang on.
And the Iron Lung, the Copper Cranium, the Bronze Kneecap.
No, that sounds right.
Alright, so where do I want to put Polacanthus?
I
kind of want to put this one on there and then take the other one that looks like it off.
Notosaurus?
Yeah,
unless that one was more important.
Well, we also have another one as well.
I feel like one. Okay, then put this one on extinct.
Yeah.
Alright. Then we got Proceratosaurus, which, contrary to its name, is not a relative of Ceratosaurus, but a relative of Tyrannosaurus Rex. These were DLC first game. They were in the base game for the second game. And they're one of the ones from the first movie. They were like, we're going to clone this one, but wasn't actually in the film.
Either way, it sounds like they have staying power, so I would say that it would show up in the third game, so make it happen. Teleport us to Mars, Teletubby.
Program it into the game.
Chris, you would program it into the game for me, just a little guy. Right?
I think we've confirmed at this point that you are very large. Pinocchio Rex!
I did that because I can't actually say. I never remember how to spell its actual name, which is
I mean, which is weird because you can spell most of these.
Quinzalsanosaurus.
Which is weird because you can spell most of these fairly easily for some reason.
All right, so Quinzanosaurus or Quanzausaurus. This is a relatively recently discovered Asian tyrannosaur, also known as Pinocchio Rex, for having a short, not for having a slender but long snout.
Go down to scroll down a little. The one where it's just deep throating that goat.
Smack my ass like a drum.
These were one of the new additions in JWE2. So, yeah. Where do I want to put it?
You said that they were new additions to J2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would come.
Yeah, extinct. You can never trust you can never trust the bitches that were only around for one game. You know what I mean?
Of the two games.
You know that. You know that Cyclops has only ever been in like one Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Oh shit,
Being
really?
like the leader of the X-Men.
Damn, I'm sorry, Cyclops.
Did you know that Cyclops' powers aren't to shoot laser beams from his eyes? But those are actually not laser beams. His eyes are a portal to another dimension, and that's just like raw energy that just stream out of a portal in his eyes.
I don't feel like that's true.
No, it is.
Yes, it is true.
It's 100% true. And it's 100% fucking weird.
It's basically just a new permutation of his power. And I remember being really confused watching the original X-Men cartoon before I watched the new season of it. And because they said his eye beams are solar powered, so he like couldn't use his powers underground. It's like, when the fuck was that a thing?
So yeah, we got Sauropelta. This is a notosauran dinosaur from the early Cretaceous. Notable for having huge shoulder spikes.
Notable, despite all the 4 other things of this that we've noted this episode.
Have huge shoulder spikes, yes. It was in the first game. It was in the second game. Where should I put it?
Or the trash.
Trash?
Yeah, trash.
All right.
Its shoulder spikes piss me out. I'm kidding, no.
Next we have a dinosaur that may not exist, Troodon. Although there's a recent paper that argues that it does in fact exist.
Oh, that's a terrible name.
Troodon?
Oh, okay.
What?
I was pronouncing it as an ooh.
Troodon. So, was a DLC in the first game. It was base game, second game. It's one of the only, other than like Dilophosaurus and Compsognathus, one of the only venomous dinosaurs in the game. And they were in the Telltale game, but they looked incredibly fucking cursed, and on purpose.
This is that other dinosaur that took meth.
Yeah.
Why does it look like it's mixed with like a? It looks like it's mixed with like a tree frog or something.
Kill this.
Yeah. So. Yeah, where do I want to put Troodon?
This thing needs to be extinct for its own good.
Yeah, that was not fun to look at. Shroudred. It's a ducky. I don't know why I said that.
We have Shonosaurus. So this was only added in a DLC in the sequel, but it is one of the most popular amongst fans of the prehistoric creatures. It's a giant ichthyosaur that was one of the largest animals to ever live.
Like a fat dolphin.
I mean,
they were basically
as I've been,
reptilian whales.
Yes, we should absolutely keep this.
yeah. I also, what's the word? Keep it also because the deep water mechanic that is being added.
All right.
You need
But also,
deep water for this fucking thing.
hey, deep water is what they call my ass. If you know what I mean. Ocean's 11.
What?
Oh, that's right. We forgot to mention that we've discovered at this point that Aura's brain basically works like one of those Fisher Price speak and spell things. There's just like bed bugs from the time he had bed bugs pushing buttons in his brain, going kissing boys, kissing boys.
Oh, so like that one bad Eddie Murphy movie. What's that fucking Eddie Murphy movie called?
Soup dumplings.
Soy sauce.
I know the one.
Hemorrhoids.
Drink the hemorrhoid sauce. Drink the soy hemorrhoids. What is that Eddie Murphy movie?
I don't know.
Eddie Murphy robot. Meet Dave.
So this is
No, it's-
Sinosauropteryx. It's a little guy. It's a little fluffy guy.
Is this the guy from Regular Show?
More like Mordecai? No, Rigby.
Rigby.
Yeah. Tune in next time when we Tune in next time when we as the group take the regular show personality quiz.
I don't think I would like myself if I saw who I was. If it was like, I don't think I would like myself if you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yep.
Like if it turned out like, oh, you are like this personality quiz kins you as a Mordecai, or no, Rigby.
You're the Donkey Kong cheater who has a giant head who exploded into jizz.
Oh yeah, him.
Or Billy Robert Ferguson or something.
I think that character appeared like 3 times in show. It's fucking weird.
And he has a son too that like morphed out of his head, like fucking. What's the Greek goddess that like was like the
Athena.
Yeah, like Athena. Anyway, this is Struthiomimus. So Struthiomimus was in the first one as base game and the second one as base game. It's an ornithomimid similar to Gallimimus, but it was smaller than Gallimimus. And it's notable for being the cheapest dinosaur in the entire franchise to purchase across both games. And it's the first dinosaur you incubate in both games.
I mean,
they won't mind when we extinct it.
I think it's probably going to make the cut. I wish they would give it feathers. Because, oh god, these guys had feathers. Please give it feathers.
Yeah, no, this
it looks like the neck just looks like a nutsack.
They look like a shaved ostrich. Yeah, this is what they would have looked like. They would have had feathers.
That's what I mentioned my leg.
Yeah, they would have had feathers. So they would have been.
Oh, that's cool.
Much fluffier.
Also, here's a dog.
What if it ate your dog?
You could just eat it.
So next up is a personal favorite of mine, Styracosaurus. So
Hell yeah.
Those should probably be kept.
these guys were DLC in the first game, base game second game. They were in JPOG, and they just have like a really rad frill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the make it might make it.
Okay, next is Styxosaurus.
That's God, these water dinosaurs are just getting more phallic.
It looks like they took like a gar and stuck a plesiosaur body on the back.
Yeah. These are notable in that they glow in the dark. And
I guess that makes it stand out enough.
they are a large plesiosaur, and yeah. All right.
Yeah, probably keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Next up is
You know what I'm
Tapajera.
Capybara.
I mean,
These guys are
surprisingly,
from
this guy-
Walking with Dinosaurs as well.
This guy does what's the word? This guy does evolve into a capybara. Don't ask me how.
Think it's true?
No. Or lied.
I can't believe you lied to me like this.
I lie
How can I
all the
trust anything
time.
you say anymore?
I literally lie all the time.
These guys are kind of weird because they eat from the fish feeder. They are base game for the second one. Although in life they probably would have eaten a lot of like fruit. Which if they add it to the third game, I hope they let it eat from like the herbivore feeders. Also, they should bring back herbivore feeders because that was really annoying that they took them out. And now you just have to like give the herbivores. You just have to like plant trees in their enclosure for them to eat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was annoying.
Only there were grass everywhere.
I want to put them here, if that's all right. I think they're unique enough
That's
as a
not all right.
pterosaur to like make the cut. Next we got is Torosaurus. These were also in Walking with Dinosaurs.
Well, why do we need these? We already have Triceratops.
These were base game first game, base game second game, and they were in JPOG.
We have Triceratops, but what about Tricerabottoms?
So where do we want to put them?
Let's kill it.
Yeah, let's kill it. We already
I
have
was
plenty of it.
wrong.
We're being too lenient.
All right, I was wrong. This is not Troodon because this is Troodon. What are you?
What's up?
Only the people who made these lists would label them.
No, that's a mod. Okay, 1 second. Segisaurus. Okay.
Wait, are you figuring out these names just by looking at the model? Or are they like the image file or something?
The Segisaurus was in the image file. Alright, so these are a little Triassic dinosaur that were added to the second game as the third Triassic animal. Well, third Triassic dinosaur because Lystrosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and Ichthyosaurus and Notosaurus are also Triassic.
Don't mind if a dinosaur speak a little Jurassic?
Where do I want to put Segisaurus?
Extinct.
Extinct, yeah.
Alright.
They suck.
We have enough things that look like you.
And not enough guys that don't look like you.
Next up, we got Tropiognathus.
They use these things to serve rice in Japan.
What?
So these are a
Looks like a rice
large
paddle.
ornithocheirid dinosaur, and they're like the fourth largest pterosaur or the third largest pterosaur in game.
I want to kill this thing in Monster Hunter and make a pair of like hand axes out of its top and bottom jaw.
Well, you know what they say. If you want to do that, we gotta make sure it stays in the game. Put that bitch in the game.
I was gonna say we've removed its
Yeah,
other
sure.
two relatives, so if we should keep at least one from that group. Alright. Tisacanosaurus. So this is a large hadrosaur from Asia that had a unique crest.
Oh, he's a little cutie.
Where should we put him?
Oh,
Kill it.
Kill it?
yeah. I'll let Beth have this one.
Alright.
How do these dinosaurs get all these weird shaped crests?
So hadrosaurs, it's believed that hadrosaurs is twofold. One, ornamentation as like a display feature, and two, they would use the crest as a resonating chamber. So each different shape of crest would make a different sound, which would be useful in communicating with others of your species versus versus you make a call and then other animals also are able to decipher what you're saying. So we have the other mosasaur.
Sorry, this is the wrong number.
So we have the other mosasaur in the game, Tylosaurus. These guys are native to Kansas. And
Ow.
so back when
You
Kansas
ain't got water there.
back when Kansas was covered by the Western Interior Seaway, Tylosaurus was one of the largest apex predators in the sea.
Now the apex predator is Aura.
I mean, that is what Fox News
Moving on.
says. And then we have Bunker, who's notable for being like the largest Tylosaurus specimen, and this is incredibly modeled after Bunker, even down to like the facial deformities.
Bunker.
So where should we put Tylosaurus?
I feel like we have enough of things that look like this.
We have one thing that looks like it.
Yeah, but
Well,
counterpoint: we don't have any swimming dinosaurs in extinct, so it needs to go to one of them. You know what I mean?
I say that there's already way less swimming dinosaur creatures than there are land creatures.
That's fair.
Fine.
Next is Utah Raptor.
We're gonna have to, once we finish the list, we're gonna have to count up how many of these things we have, and then narrow it down based on how many spots there supposedly are.
Alright. So these
Bunker.
are large feathered raptors, which are probably the most accurate raptor in the game. They are a fan favorite. They were added as a DLC in the sequel game. I think they're lovely. I think I would put them in They Might Make It. The only issue is we have 3 confirmed raptors already. One of which is feathered. So kill it.
Kill it. Shoot it in the dick.
Next up is Waherosaurus.
Wahoo! Is it because of the noise?
This is just a Stegosaurus that somebody sanded down.
So Waherosaurus is notable for being it's probably the closest relative to Stegosaurus that we know of currently, although Hesperosaurus may actually be closer. Waherosaurus is notable for the vast majority of Stegosaurs arrive in either the middle Cretaceous, the middle Jurassic, or late Jurassic almost no make it into the Cretaceous, with a few exceptions, one being possibly Dravidosaurus, if it turns out to be valid or not, from India, and the other being Waherosaurus from Asia, which manages to make it into the Cretaceous by a considerable margin. And they're also notable for having these circular plates, while everyone else typically had diamonds or like pyramid-shaped plates. Where should we put Waherosaurus?
I think Wahoo
Probably
should
an
go. Yeah.
And then finally, Eutyrannus.
Wahoo.
So these are notable for being a feathered tyrannosaur.
Yeah, that's fun.
As opposed to actual Tyrannosaurs.
And they're quite large. And lived in
That's why this one.
Upper China, Mongolia. Where should we put Eutyrannus?
Oh, we should keep it. I like their name. Oh.
Okay.
That was a battlefield, it seems.
I'll just add one thing, 1 second.
Okay.
Add row
It's been 3
above.
seconds.
And then edit you to be, what color should we make you? Purple? What? Okay, so there's 82 species. This is 42 right here.
Mm-hmm.
And we...
Yeah, you fix you. If you scroll down, you accidentally moved one of the upper tiers down. There, the chaos theory.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's 42 likely to make. There's 22 confirmed. Well, no, 20 confirmed. 42 likely to make it total out of 82 picks. So if we leave room for 10 new species, that leaves us room for 30, right? Did the math correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
And how
30 are we picking?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
How
we'll
many
just-
do we have up?
Well, I think it would probably be easier to just pick the ones. These are all rows of 10, so we have like 40, some 15. So we need to cut 15 from this.
I'll just say,
Probably cut
let's just do yay or nay vote real fast. Stegoceratops, yay or nay?
Yay.
I mean, yeah, but we wish it wasn't.
Yeah, let's just throw all
the
three of the hybrids.
Fusions.
Yeah. All right. Acrocanthosaurus, yay nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Alamosaurus, yay or nay?
Yay.
Nay.
Was that a yay or nay?
Okay, we need to pick a different word.
Yes
Two
or no?
different words
Yes
that
or
sound
no?
different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Alamosaurus, yes. All right. Albertosaurus.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I vote yes. So that brings us
Yeah,
to 5.
because I picked that one over the other one because it was blue. Yes.
Amargasaurus.
Yes.
So
Yes.
6. Archelon, I say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Aten-
unique enough.
Burrosaurus.
Yes.
Probably, yeah, we should probably pick which one of these floppy wiener dinosaurs to not keep.
I vote we keep Attenborosaurus. I vote we keep Plesiosaurus for sure. The other two, I could go either way.
All right, yeah, put those on the picks.
Maybe, because these are both the large ones, maybe one of the large ones makes it, but we'll save it for a minute. Barbarodactylus.
Yes.
Yes.
Camarasaurus.
No.
Yeah.
We were kind of on the fence when we were talking about it earlier.
All right, I vote yes. Nick votes no. Beth?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got
Oh, damn it, the rows are 11.
All right. Carcharodontosaurus.
No.
No. Yeah.
Chasmosaurus.
Yes.
Yes.
Chungkingosaurus.
Yes.
Is that the one that might not exist?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no.
All right.
There are a lot of things that also look like it.
If we say no to Chungkingosaurus, I think we should say yes to Gigantspinosaurus.
Yeah,
That's
go ahead
fair.
and put it on there.
Coelophysis. I vote yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Crichtonosaurus.
No.
Yeah. No.
Cryolophosaurus.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's cool.
Dinocyrus. The big duck.
Yes. Walk, walk.
Diplodocus.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dryosaurus.
No.
No.
Sungaripterus.
Oh, that one's your favorite, isn't it?
I like Dryosaurus, but okay. Sungaripterus.
Sorry. Yes.
Sure.
Edmontosaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be cool with it.
Euoplocephalus.
Okay, so let's decide. Yeah, let's pick this one over the other long swimmy dinosaur.
Oh, that's Elasmosaurus. Sorry. I thought we said no to that one. Okay. So, Elazosaurus, what do you think, Nick?
Elastosaurus is
yeah.
fine.
Euoplocephalus.
No.
No.
Gigantoraptor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Herrerasaurus. I
Tell
vote
you
yes.
what, let's remove the 3 hybrid dinosaurs because fuck them.
To give us more slots.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I vote Herrerasaurus because it's one of the only Triassic ones.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Okay. Homalocephaly.
This was the small one that
Small
Was
back
this the small one
cephalosaur
that-
with all the death animations.
I want to say yes because the death animations are funny.
Okay. Ichthyosaurus. I think it's yes.
Yes.
Yes. Little fucked up fish guy.
Jackalopteryx. The little flying bat guy. Chronosaurus. Of Chronosaurus and Liopleurodon, I vote Chronosaurus.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Keep that one and get rid of the other one.
Fuck that other one, yeah.
Maiasaura.
No, it's
Yeah, oh yeah,
Eurosaur.
this was yes. This was a yes for me because I like its coloring.
Megalosaurus. I vote yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm cool with Megalosaurus.
Minmai.
No.
No, yeah.
Muttaburrasaurus.
Mudbutt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nigerosaurus.
No.
No, yeah.
Nodosaurus.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. We kind of snubbed the previous one that had similar vibes.
Pentaceratops.
No.
No.
Proceratosaurus.
We got Striaxis. Sure. Is that
Yes,
one of the
I'm cool
ones that might not have existed?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm cool with that one, yeah.
Shonisaurus. The big whale.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
There are 30 slots, right?
Yes.
Okay, put Strax thing on there. The
Styracosaurus.
pointy fucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess if we're leaving room for 10, new dinosaurs, that's it. We could reduce it down to like 8, throw a couple more in, or we could reduce it down to 5 and throw 5 more in.
Yeah, let's see. Of the remainders, the only one I can think of looking at are the 2 flyers down there that we might swap anything out for.
If I were to pick 5 of the remainders to throw in, the 2 flyers, Struthy, Tylo, and maybe one of the big carnivores we cut, or Minmai. What do you think, Aura?
Sorry, repeat your question. I spaced for a second.
All right.
Okay, don't
We got
laugh.
I need to take my methamphetamines.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. This is 30 right now. If we have 5 more slots, what are your 5 picks of what we have down here?
Fuck. I say fuck because I can't, like...
Like, we're judging these based on vibes.
Yeah, I know. The problem is, we've said the name so many times, but it is in one ear and out the other for me. I would say, like, okay, so we put the 3 hybrids back on the might make it. I would say the dinosaur before them. I think that would be a good choice.
So you vote Utaranus.
Yes.
All right. What were your other 4 picks?
The one with the rice paddle beak that Beth was making fun of.
This guy? Okay, we all agree
Yeah,
on this
making
guy.
fun,
He
yeah.
makes it. Tropiognathus makes it. All right. What are our thoughts on Tapagera?
No.
Tapagera, no.
I think if we put in Tapagera, we take out that flying one with the other funny crest, the greener one.
This guy? Sungaripterus?
Yes.
All right. I think that's definitely going to be in the game because it's the skull is the logo of the evil team.
Oh, right, that one. Well, shit.
Okay, so what are our thoughts on
Rigby.
Utaranus? What are our thoughts on Rigby?
Rigby, I like Rigby.
All right, so we got 3 picks left. Let's see. I personally would vote. My 3 remaining picks are probably Tylosaurus, Minmai, and either Struthy or Dryo. What are yours, Beth?
I mean, put in Dryosaurus because you like it.
Okay. So we got 2 more.
Probably the flyer and Tylosaurus, sure.
All right. And that's our predictions.
Watch none of these come true.
Tune in next time when all of these are cut.
Come back next time and laugh at us for fucking up real bad with this video on what dinosaurs did and did not stay. And then we'll tell you...
Come back to our channel and make fun of us and call us slurs. Like the well-adjusted bots that you all are.
Yeah, you fucking psychos.
Yeah. Bye.